Hello everyone, Zerms that's flying high here with the next episode of Team Area Combos. Today I'm going to be talking about various things with the Dragon Ball Fighter Z beta, and Dragon Ball FighterZ beta, Street Fighter AE, and the future of Marvel. But first, let's introduce everyone that's here right now. I have myself right here, flying high as Zerms. Then we have
I'm Shaq.
Yep.
I'm Shaq Man as always.
And then our special guest here today is Nolife right there, or AG Nolife. He is a well-known Marvel player that basically got top 8 at EVO, I believe, last year, and did very well with that. He plays Zero McCray in the game, and I believe who did you play in Infinite right now, Nolife?
Jedi Dante Space.
Jared Space. Okay, cool. So it's definitely a good team. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the next topic right there. First, we can talk about the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta, which basically has happened. There was actually two betas that happened right there. One was the main beta that started on the 13th for people that pre-ordered the game digitally, and one on the 14th and then it opened for everyone on the 14th, and then one that's happening right now for the 4th because of an issue that they had, which we'll get into in a little bit. Basically, the beta was obviously an open beta, so to try out the online features right there, and also to make sure that the online was working for the game, where it had multiple issues with the game right there until they actually fixed it. And then when everyone was able to join, it destroyed the servers because how it was. Basically, the beta right there basically went half and half. Half was very bad right there because of a lot of the server issues, a lot of various issues for it. The other half was fun because you actually get to play the game, and the gameplay itself is amazing right there. It plays like a real actual Dragon Ball Fighter match, so Dragon Ball Z match right there that you can pick from any different characters. And basically, if you ever played or like a Marvel 3 right there or Marvel 2 right there, it plays similar to those titles right there.
I agree.
Yep. So it's
mostly free.
Mostly free right there. But it has elements from both right there, since they have similar mechanics right there.
It's kind of like similar. It's kind of like a mix between like Guilty Gear and Marvel Free, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Did you ever play Persona? It's kind of similar to Persona.
Persona? I play Persona 4. Yeah.
I have not played I have not played Persona at all. Persona Fighters, Persona Arena, which I would like to try to, but I know that game's like mostly dead right there. Besides of a small fan base for the game. Yeah. Basically, the beta right there, obviously, besides when it was down half the time, it was definitely fun as hell. Basically, there was a good cast of characters. One, it would be Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, Adult Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell. Then we had Android 18, and then we had Beatrice and Nappa. We had
Kid Buu.
And Kid Buu too, right there. All of them actually were pretty fun to play right there. Obviously, Goku obviously is basically the Ryu of the game right there because he's the most well-known character, and basically he plays the most like it. And there's obviously there's actually characters, like a variety of characters. One is like the basic Sogen character, basically a character that you can just say that it's basically known for the game, whether to be the basic character, which is basically Vegeta, Gohan, and Goku right there. Then we have a mixture of characters, which are like Cell, Frieza right there, which is something like a very fast West Down character. Then we have annoying characters, which is like more like Kid Buu, and right here Gotenks, right there. He's a terrible character. He's born right here that he's pretty annoying too. Then we have the heavy hitters, which is Android 16 and Nappa. And then we have characters that we don't know how they're gonna play yet, which are basically hits, hit Goku Black right there, and basically Android Monson Android 21, which we'll get to later. Which all of those characters definitely like sound pretty fun to play. Yeah, so obviously I'm not going to try to keep on talking right here, so I want to give you guys your opinions on it first, and then we're going to talk more gameplay wise in a bit.
Do you want to go first, Nolife?
No, you go ahead. Go.
What are we talking about? The
But basically the thoughts of the game, but then like
the thoughts on the games.
Thoughts of the game besides gameplay wise. We can go we're gonna go in detail and gameplay wise in a bit. We're talking about mainly like aesthetic right there, look right there, how the game feels. Like we're gonna talk gameplay wise in a bit.
Okay. Well, for me, the game currently for me it feels like a Dragon Ball Z game, like from the anime. It's pretty much like the anime. I love all the animations and the graphics. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Nolife? What's your opinion?
I personally love it. I was a huge fan growing up. I feel like the fan service, it's all around it, every angle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, the aesthetic right there is actually good because they had a lot of homages for the game, like in the manga right there, in the anime right there. Like how some moves are basically just mimic some of the characters' moves in the anime / manga. The other ones are like the freaking homages right there to iconic scenes, depending on how the fight plays out right there, and certain intros right there, depending on who's going to be your point character. So and it's just so much nostalgic factor right there, and
you can see they put like a lot of effort with the game.
I strongly like how it's appealing to like the casual player and as well as the tournament player. Because it gives you like that anime party game. You can do like a little Naruto game at the same time. People get serious.
Yes, that's definitely true. I think because this game is definitely the Dragon Ball fighting game that partiers and freaking high level players would love to actually play because it's a 2D fighter that basically we haven't had a 2D fighter since I believe probably the PlayStation 1 days, I think. Because it
was.
Yeah, and all the other fighters were basically 3D arena fighters. Which
So yeah, there's like the what do you call it? The true the actual true what do you call it? Fighter game for DBZ, like the actual
a true actual fighting game since the one right there. There's actually like a huge variety of like games right there. I know because I know there was the Super Nintendo had had an RPG game based on Dragon Ball, which is weird as hell. It was an RPG game based on Dragon Ball, which I did play it. It's actually kind of fun right there, but instead of actually you picking commands right there, you pick certain cards to actually use your use certain moves right there, which makes no sense in the Dragon Ball Z format.
I know. I mean, I saw some gameplay of that a while back. Yeah, they also had a lot of fighting games from the Super Nintendo too.
Yeah, some of them actually do try to replicate the feel of it right there, where allowing them to fly.
Are you talking about Super Saiyan Sensu or something like
that? I think so. Yeah.
It's Super Saiyan James, the Legend of Super Saiyan, I believe.
I was trying to think about. I felt like I didn't know a game of Dragon Ball Z. I felt hurt.
So I can try to look it up real quick. So basically, everyone knows. So.
Are you trying to look it up right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now.
Alright. Let's see what else.
Did you try the beta out?
Oops.
Yep. Okay. I found a video for it. So. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in the chat. I'm also gonna play it right there, so so everyone knows.
Is this game?
There was also another one. I think it was Super Nintendo. It was like
If
hyper.
you write anything on your computer.
Oh yeah, that game. I actually played that game. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Hyper dimensions.
The American didn't get too many, but when I got older, like I didn't invest in like some of the older games. There was another one like Super.
I remember playing this RPG game right here, and definitely it was weird right there. But it goes all the way up to the Frieza saga right there until when you beat Frieza, and then it says.
I know the other one goes up to Cell.
Yeah, yes, but that's the one I grew up playing right there, and I also played the. I believe hyper fighting right there for I don't know it was like the actual fighting game for the game. No, it was another Super Nintendo fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what I heard because I didn't play much Dragon Ball much anime games besides RPGs during around that time. Says but that RPG right there was actually a pretty interesting RPG because how it is right there. Obviously, the graphics, if you actually looked at the gameplay right there, the graphics suck ass. but
oh yeah,
that game looks like more of a middle of a Zen freaking NES title right there because of how it is. But it actually had a unique charm to it right there because the battle theme was interesting and obviously the battle right there, and also you can actually try to play out the Dragon Ball storyline in the game. How do you actually do it? And it actually was a pretty cool thing. Let's back to Dragon Ball FighterZ right here. Okay, basically there was a lot of different things that they have in the game to. Allow players to be nostalgic right there. Obviously, the freaking various character avatars you can pick from right there, all the little stamps you can do, and all the little probably story elements that you can have probably in the story mode that we haven't seen yet at all. Which obviously I'm going to be playing the story mode because it's Dragon Ball story mode right there, and I think we also have to play the story mode to unlock certain characters probably too because I think. I
think so.
Yeah, that's one of the things that people have been saying that you have to beat the game with beat the story mode to unlock certain characters, and I believe I saw that at least in the newest news bit that if you buy the strategy guide right there, you get an unlock code so you can unlock Majin Android 21 early before one looks like, so you don't have to play for the story mode right there.
Oh wow!
But that's the Japanese version right there. So I don't know if it's going to do anything for the US version at all.
Most likely not.
Yeah, most likely that. So other things right there. Obviously right there they had dramatic battles right there, with dramatic finishes right there, which obviously if you get certain conditions right there, where if a certain character KOs another character on a certain map, you basically see an iconic scene right there from the Dragon Ball anime recreated in the game right there and doing a dramatic finish, which obviously the best one is obviously freaking Nappa killing Mayamja, and we see the freaking iconic death image right there. But but basically it's so much homage right there that I would love to actually wait to see the rest of it.
Yeah, I love the one with Teen Gohan versus Cell.
Yes.
I love that.
Oh yes, love that too. And hopefully there's actually some more. Yeah, hopefully there's actually more. You know what? There's actually one I hope was in it. This has a little bit of Dragon Ball Super spoilers, but not too far in right there, not new episodes, but there's one.
Okay.
There's one I hope that you actually do, where if you have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta right there and he kills Golden Frieza, there should be a cutscene where he was about to kill Frieza, and if you had Super Saiyan Blue Goku on your team, he just comes in and steals the kill.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny right there. And I hope, I wish that they probably would do something like that. Which they could, knowing how much they want to, praise the game right there and how many nostalgic things. But who knows? Okay, let's go into gameplay aspects right there. Gameplay aspects right there. Right, the game, for some reason, at the moment seems obviously too easy for it because how the game is designed, but it's supposed to be designed to be easy right there because one, you can have auto combos right there. If you do auto combos, you get Dragon Balls right there to grant to summon Senron right there, and like other things where basically has Super Dash being Dragon Rush being safe on block. We have Dash right there that you can't punish really, but when people exploring the game more, there's you can easily freaking stop multiple things of those right there. That's actually how they do it right there. Besides auto combos, because if you can't block unless you're getting hit right there, there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, but
and also like some of the special moves, it's only like quarter circles, so there's no DPs, charge moves, or command grabs, so.
Yes. Yep, there are definitely some things that are basically, obviously they made this game easy to freaking do. Hold on 1 second, real quick.
Alright.
So guys can talk real quick. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Okay, hey Nolife, what's the what do you call it, thoughts on the gameplay so far?
I mean, I honestly do love it.
You love it? Yeah.
I'm loving this game, bro. On it nonstop. At the moment, my account is signed in right now in the HLC in the other room, playing so they can have fun themselves. He's gonna have it at home.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, I was telling people on Twitter they need any advice. They want to get into this. A lot of people want to welcome me. When I came in, they weren't welcoming me. I don't want to set for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what were you guys talking about so I can just join in here?
We were talking about the gameplay. Nolife was talking about how he likes the gameplay for DBZ.
Yeah, but the gameplay is definitely easy right there. There obviously all the combos are easy to actually do right there, but I think the gameplay might get still over time right there until people actually figure out how to actually do stuff. But yeah, but I think the aesthetic right there actually probably will overpower the gameplay a bit because I think until people learn actually how to properly learn to keep on actually punishing super dashes right there and other things right there, it's good. People are just gonna not get used to it and call it broken instead. But over time, the game will probably be fleshed out right there a lot deeper, and hopefully they don't change much things like that, because the super dashes, I think they're not going to change super dashes at all to actually make it more unsafe on block. Because I think they want to actually so that I think it's more of aesthetic design right there that they want super dashes to be safe on block. So that it'd be more feel like an anime, because you don't freaking see a Dragon Ball character freaking going out someone right there, they're blocking right there and immediately getting punished from that super dash right there. I think some of the design choices is more of aesthetic right there instead of balancing purposes because of obviously what I just said right there, but. But I think some of the things are definitely a good design right there, because obviously right there there's not many of the invincible moves besides moves that use hypers and a couple other certain moves here and there, which makes it so that this game feels rush down heavy unless you have meter right there, which I think sooner or later it's gonna take a route like Dragon Ball, which is like, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where if you have an invisible hyper right there, your character is at least decent right there because you can get out of set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that that's gonna actually be like a key factor later on in the game's life right there, because almost all level 3s are probably invincible right there, and certain level 1s are invincible.
Oh yeah, they are. Mm-hmm.
Says, and also I think probably like some meter burn moves could be invincible right there. I don't know exactly. We probably have to find out later on right there. EX moves right there. Let's talk about the characters. Goku. Goku like definitely looks like he's basically like Ryu right there. So basically, yeah, there's nothing really much to talk about him right there. Same with Vegeta, but Vegeta actually has that DP knee move right there, which obviously will probably be let him be a good pick right there because he has a missile move. He just has sub-normals a bit right there because he's designed right there. Gohan right there might be an interesting choice because it's interesting because he has beams and everything like that, but he has an overhead move right there that knocks you down right there, and he has he's basically like Goku except for that he has probably larger range right there and has the ability to overhead you into like a super and stuff like that, which I think that's an interesting design right there. Android 18 right there, definitely pretty interesting because she has basically her own assist call, and I believe she's actually definitely a point character because of that, and she has good normals right there, good that she probably her meter usage right there, like I don't think is not great. Basically her level 1 hyper, like basically you can't use that in neutral at all, but you can't really tag out safely using that because how it's a weird move right there unless you set it up correctly. But everything else about her I like. Android 18, Android 16 right there, I fucking love him. Fucking grappler right there that is fun to play, and a lot of people
same here, man.
He's fucking love him right there.
He's my character, so I'm gonna use him.
No, he is my character too.
Okay.
Yep. He has
Goku's my character.
Yeah, Goku is definitely that. Android 16 right there, freaking awesome right there. He has also probably a good set of hypers. Fucking his command grand hyper, the most hyper in the game. That's because if you land it right there,
it's an instant kill.
It's an instant kill right there, and people are just gonna be so hyped when people land it.
Dude, imagine that happening in a tournament, in top 8.
Grand finals right there. It's oh my god, he's what's he gonna do right there? Android, he's about to come in. He has almost no sparking rest. Lands a fucking command grab, freaking wins it. He's gonna pop off the hardest he ever can.
And the crowd is going ape shit.
Okay. Beatrice right there. Beatrice, definitely an interesting character right there. We thought that you'd be playing similar to Manat because how he's designed, but he actually plays differently than this. But he's more of a rush down type character with some zoning capabilities, depending on it, or something that No, he's not a zone. He's not zonal capabilities. He's
similar to Manuk and
He's more of a lockdown type character with his projectiles right there. He locks you down right there so he can actually come you down. Because how his orbs is. Which, definitely respecting it right there. But he has the best jab in the game. He has also the best jab in the game, which he just flicks at you with his hand right there. And that's that's the perfect. That's that's Beatrice right there in a nutshell right there. He would freaking just flick you right there to jab you. Okay. That's it. And let's see. It's King Kid Buu right there, at the moment, I think is one of the best characters in the beta. Probably one of the best characters going to be in probably the game. Most likely, that's to change them because he has a bunch of good tools right there, good set of hypers. Besides his level 3, which is okay, but
it's alright, I guess, but
yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, but he has a good his level 1, like his level 1 ground hyper is okay, but that his air hyper is actually pretty damn good.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also he has the main thing about him right there is he has fucking range at his normals. It's like, yeah, he could. I don't know if you ever tried him, but his crouch medium right there goes halfway right there, and basically,
yeah, it's like very good. I use him too. His normals are like insane.
Yes, and then his jump medium right there is also fucking jump medium is freaking good right there. Yeah,
dude.
Have you tried him Nolife at all?
I've been trying. I literally was doing kibble today. I just got off to come talk to y'all.
Nice, man.
Nice. Okay, so what do you think about Kid Buu? Do you think he's going to be at least good?
No, I definitely feel like he's definitely going to be one of the strong characters. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Budokai series. Like during that time, Kid Buu and Super Buu, like they were actually top 2.
Oh, were they? Really? Well, I played those games, but I didn't know that, huh?
Kid Buu, like Super Buu with the Buu ball, was pretty dirty. In this game, they definitely kept the cheap dirtiness of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I foresee him being like the game at some point going to like this. They use a snapback engine, like more commonly for like incoming system. I feel like that's where he's gonna go sooner or later, and Kid Buu's gonna be really strong in that area.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, that's the one thing.
His medium kits is a 50-50.
Yeah,
and incoming.
Yep, definitely. Also, yeah, actually, that's another thing right there. Actually, the only thing I don't like is the snapback engine right there, which it costs no meter to actually snap put at the end because it makes no sense right there, like to actually do that right there because it should actually cost something right there to actually get the opponent back in.
The situation occurs with that is mostly like most times you get it is off of a vanish, like because if you get it raw, it's because the person was just being really, really defensive and you took like a grab attempt, but that's techable. You're better off like most times people waste the bar to get it off of a vanish.
I know, but it doesn't make sense right there that you should actually have meter to actually It says I'm just thinking of a freaking like a Capcom, Marvel vs. City standpoint right there, where it costs about to actually forces your opponent to actually get a different character in. It says
I know, definitely most games are like that. Most of the games you can't tech it.
It says that. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. I did not know you can actually tech the snap out. I did not know it was techable like that. I thought it was just
whenever someone gets you in that state, you just press jab. If you don't press nothing, you get. If you press jab, the whole thing treats, and you just you block every hit.
Yeah, dang. Okay, dang. I did not know
but
that.
If it punishes you, then you can't jab out. Obviously, like a grab.
Yes. Okay. Good sit right there. Okay, then we have Nappa. Yeah. Okay, then we have Nappa. Nappa, I think he's one of the fun characters that I should play. His normals right there are good right there with how he has very far range right there. But his normals are also slow like that. He has a very hard to actually. He can't really counter jab someone right there because I think his jab is pretty slow. So that means you have to play more defensively right there when you're in block stun. But I think that he is definitely a decent character, but because of he can plant a
Well, you mean plant the what do you call those green guys?
Salmon.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
salmon right there, Panther salmon. Yeah. Basically, he has the ability to 18 to actually call an assist while calling one, which allows him to actually put set play in it. His normals right there, pretty good right there. The only thing that I don't like about him is that he doesn't have an air hyper, which makes it so that he can't really do anything right there unless you do a hard knockdown or use a vanish combo right there to actually combo into that, which costs 2 meters, or you have to set it right there. And also his crossing heavy, his slapper there has a very bad hitbox, or hitbox on the ground right there, meaning your opponent has to be right next to you, they have to get hit by it, or you hit them in the air. Which
Hopefully they will like buff that. You know.
What's because of that, basically, so that his confirms right there, unless you have it in your head right there. If you kind of hit your opponent while he's in the air, you have to make sure to actually do the OTG combo off that right there, because how it is. So basically you have to be just be aware of situations like that. But Nafa is definitely pretty good right there. But he is also probably one of the weaker characters in the cast. That's because he has poor defensive options right there, because he has a slow hitting buttons right there. His only invincible move is level 3, which doesn't have a lot of range on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he has probably a decent health, like a size health thing. But I don't know if everyone has the same health or not. Let's say this. Then we have, let's see, I think there's Trunks right there. I didn't really play with Trunks at all because I didn't have a time to do it with the closed beta, so I don't know how good he is. Let's see.
Okay.
Then we have. Oh yeah, you can go. You can go ahead. Nolife.
Oh no, I understand. I'm just saying I can't wait to try those.
Yeah, same here. Krillin, but definitely is pretty good too. But he has a problem similar to Vegeta, where he has stubby normals. But that's Krillin right there. He has some pretty cool things right there with the stone setups right there that allow him to actually get some Oki. And neutral right there, and also his level 3 is definitely very good. That's because it's a beam right here, and he can also you can also fold out, and he be semi-safe until people figure out how to actually punish it, which I definitely do like right there. And it says, and also with his assist right there, his Senju being assist right there, probably one of the best assists in the game. That's because it allows you to recover any health you lost. Which is definitely very good in this game, because you figure your opponent almost kills you, you get a Senju beam right there, you gain all the health back.
Well, Krillin?
Yeah, Krillin.
He doesn't always be.
I'm just talking about blue health, red health.
That's recoverable health.
Yeah,
Kid Buu gets it back with his regular his candy, which originates off it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What other characters were in the beta? Oh yeah, Frieza right there. Definitely pretty interesting right there. He has pretty good zoning capabilities right there. I don't know how interesting his golden Frieza form is right there, because I haven't really experimented with it. But he's probably decent. Cell, probably one of the best West Down characters in the game right there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best West Down characters, has a probably pretty good set of pretty good set of hypers. He has one hyper that hits all behind, hits in the 360 radius right there. Good.
He also has that overhead too.
Yeah, very very good freaking smooth set right there. He's definitely considered probably one of the best characters in the beta, and probably could be one of the best characters in the game. Well, maybe, but who knows? It's all those.
I think that's everyone in the beta. I think.
Yeah, that's everyone in the beta right there. Characters I actually am wanting to try out is obviously Mausen Android 816, 21. Hit. I definitely want to try out Hit right there, and I also want to try out Goku Black and see what it is, and also I want to see what the 8 other DLC characters that they are planning on down the line. Which we don't know what they're going to be yet, right there, because they haven't really revealed them yet. Which we
don't know.
Which they will probably reveal them by probably a couple of weeks after the game comes out, most likely. Yeah. So, do you have any other thoughts at all? Then after that, we're gonna go with the new character reveal. You'll talk about the new character reveal, and then go to the next topic after that. Do you have any other thoughts, guys?
I mean, no, I think it's good. I think it has a future. I think I'll be playing.
Yep. What about you, Jacob, man?
So for me, I can't wait to play I can't wait to try out the game next Friday. So
Yep.
pretty hyped for that.
Pretty hype.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Okay, final thing for Dragon Ball FighterZ right now is the new character reveal, which is Manzan Android 21 right there, which I would say Android 21 is a new OC character that was revealed for the game right there by, it was also a visible character by Hiro Toyama, and it just revealed like a couple days ago that Manzan Android 21, which is a Manzan Buu version of Android 21, is going to be the game, and she looks thick. She looks thick right there. She definitely looks pretty fucking awesome. How her design is right there, and for what people have been knowing, like what has been known about her is that she is basically she copies other predators' moves, where she basically in the screenshots that's been showing to her that she can, if she absorbs the opponent right there, she can copy a move, because it was shown that she was able to use Krillin's solar flare and a couple other things here and there. So we can.
So she's like was. So she's like, what's her name again? Woosh from X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah, something like Woosh from X-Men right there. You can say that she could be something maybe that's similar to 12 from Third Strike, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or Seth. She could be something similar to Seth right there, but she has various moves from other characters.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know besides much past that. But her design is pretty awesome right there. She has the ability to copy things, and she's going to be unlocked basically by either pre-ordering by ordering the strategy guide for the game, or you beating the story mode. Actually beat the game right there. You unlock her afterwards.
Okay.
So I think that's it for Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball beta news right now and stuff like that. Let's go over the next topic, which I think we will actually we called off for Street Fighter AE for now. Let's go actually talk about some Marvel's Capcom Infinite.
Yay!
Yes, fine. Okay, basically, for Marvel's Capcom Infinite right there was a big basically looming air right there that we there was rumors flying around that most likely that Capcom was actually not gonna try to support Marvel's Capcom Infinite anymore because of bad sales right there, but some iffy things between Castle Marvel and stuff like that. But recently we had a patch that dropped for the game. That's going to be dropping later on today on the 18th. I don't know, it dropped today. What's actually fixed some bugs with it, and some of them are actually pretty big bugs that a lot of people had issues with. One was the major issue with it, which is basically turn unblockables, which if your character gets turned at a certain frame, they cannot block low. So you can unblockable them right there, so that you can just set up so the blockage are there, so you can basically almost one-touch character depending on who you pick. Which obviously Dante was like the most well-known character to do that right there, and basically he allowed a lot of the characters to actually do touch of death to characters right there. Which that right there actually fixed it so that cannot happen anymore. Which basically now you can block if your character turns around right there, like low, if that happens.
We actually had the situation a few minutes ago, like a little earlier, while we were. It turned out the character just like airtight. It was crazy.
Dang, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. It was so weird.
So weird right there. Okay, next we're gonna other things is collision hitboxes. Fits the bug that made hitbox timing inconsistent depending on which direction of the character was facing. So basically, it's something that's similar to the turn unblockable right there.
Okay.
Saddle. Fix a bug that causes saddle effects despite incorrectly recovering from a hit while using a saddle attack. So anything that anything like Zero's Gemu or saddle combination from Gamora and a couple other a couple other things right there makes it so that it didn't have a visual glitch right there that happens right there. Then Soulstone, which basically fits the bug saying impossible to switch characters for 5 seconds after the partner character took damage when the Soulstone was ended right there. Basically, it was a small glitch that happened right there that could allow you to attack characters and characters in and out until 5 seconds after you took damage when the storm ended right there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good day of fixing that.
Okay, we're gonna have then there was a couple of bug fixes for Captain Marvel, the characters here. Captain Marvel adjusted at the switch enter so knockback distance matches the other characters. So basically, she just had it so that she didn't. She can actually probably combo from tags right there a lot. More easier if she tagged in.
Okay.
Adjusted the ground attack so from the 10th frame on right there, it can be canceled the attack. So that's like a buff for him right there, for what it sounds like. Hulk adjusted the ground back oh, they spelled Das incorrectly here.
Oh wow. What nice job. Wait. Yeah, nice job, Andy. Andy won.
Adjusted ground back dash from the 15th frame on, it can be canceled attack. So basically, it's similar to something to the Marvel Cruise. Adjusted after switch timing, they're not back. Okay, so basically similar to what Captain Marvel got. Venom has 2 bug fixes, which is a Venom trap fits a bug that causes 2 traps to appear when forming at certain times, which obviously there was a bug right there. So basically it was a nerf, but it was not supposed to be, that wasn't intended right there. Venom Glide fits the bug that made it possible to form Venom Glide until landing on the ground again, while forming an airfoil after using Venom Glide. So basically a slice of life fix right there. And then Jetta fix a bug that causes final Risotto be interrupted mid-attack when it hits an opponent who has been bound by reflected wet ball. Okay, that is a very, very, very unique glitch right there.
Oh wow. I didn't even know about that. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely a very rare glitch one sounds like, because who would get hit by a final Risotto like when the opponent was getting reflected by the opponent got hit by reflected wet ball.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, basically, after that right there, basically obviously the main thing with it was fixing the tunnel blockable glitch, which was the main problem that people were having in this game right there, because players don't want this game to become a one-player game. They don't want they don't want it to become Marvel Infinite, right? Marvel 3 with Firebrand, Firebrand and stuff like that. They want to actually have a chance to play, and basically, Capcom is making it so that it won't be a one-player game. So they actually are taking suggestions right there and actually following it right there. But the question is there still going to be support after this right here?
Well, I mean, I want to say yes. Well, I mean, duh, because season 2 is happening this year for my sources.
Yeah, basically, there's going to be the second DLC for the game, most likely. Obviously, 6 DLC right there from various rumors right there, which obviously they're going to have it. But at the same time, the rumors are also saying that after this season, there's going to be no more support of this game because of how bad the sales has been for this game. Because, Capcom being bad things with it because of how they took at various issues right there with, a bad tournament performance with the Battle of the Stones, a bad presentation for the game right there, no certain characters, which obviously that's not their end right there. It's Capcom. It was Marvel's end right there because of the license deal. But as I think this the future will. I think we will still receive a season 2 for the game right there because there's still going to be we'll still be receiving support for this game because this recent patch what that means that they're still trying to support the game a bit at least, and they're trying to focus on problems that the players have been having issues with the game. It says,
I'm pretty sure the game. I'm pretty sure Capcom will like support the game for at least like another like 2 or 3 years. You know, I feel like.
yeah. And there's another thing right now that obviously we haven't heard really anything for this game at all because right now Capcom is focusing a lot on Marvel, not Marvel,
Arcade edition
right there because obviously they want to actually fix all the bad press that the original version got right there because how bad the launch for the game was right there, and obviously the new version right there obviously had a lot better things like that. Had a lot, new story mode, new characters, new V triggers that actually do it, and a lot of like actually good things that actually made a lot of people actually like about it because they actually made the game more enjoyable and they fixed a lot of issues what they had in the game. But
oh wait, Nolife, is the phone gonna die now? You know?
Yeah, I gotta go, guys.
You gotta go now. Your phone's gonna die.
Yeah, it's going down, man. It's on 1%.
Is it okay, man? Okay, man. It was nice. It was nice having you here. All right.
Nice having you too, right there. Sorry that you had to leave. Don't worry about it,
guys.
All right. See you later.
All right. See you, Nolife.
Is he still on?
Is it? Yeah.
Anyways, where were we?
We're talking about the support for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Basically,
Okay, keep going.
yeah. Basically, this game is probably gonna still get supported right now, but obviously we're not gonna see any news for the game at all until probably a month or so.
I think so too.
Yeah, we probably might see something at the next major tournament right there. They might announce something on the next major tournament right there for the thing, which I don't know what the next major tournament is.
I think the next like major tournament is versus on February 3rd.
Serious. Okay.
I think. I think they're gonna announce something. I think next week or next month for what my sources are saying. So we gotta wait for now. So.
What's this? They could do something at Evolution Champion Japan, maybe. But
maybe, yeah.
Maybe, but since the game is actually not being representative there, that might not look likely right there. But who knows? They might actually do something right there. This SRK calendar does not have a lot on here.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking at the. Ooh, there's Canada Cup East right that's happening in March.
Okay.
Oh, and also final rounds happening too. Final round. So it's either gonna be if we're gonna get any moves right there, those will be either in like February sometime, or it's gonna be in March at final round at the latest, most likely. If we don't,
when is the final round again?
Final round is the 16th, Sunday the 16th. So basically 18th right there,
okay,
or Canada East right there.
All right.
It says. So, oh yeah, Mexican Masters is happening in April, so you might try to go to that.
Which one?
Mexican Masters in April.
Oh yeah. I'm planning to like go to. I'm planning to go there this year. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can go at all because because one car right now and money's tight. So.
Okay, that's fair enough, man.
Yeah, but yeah, so. Basically, the earliest spot that we might see any news for this game will be probably, it would be either in February or in March right there, because it's going to be either at, I don't know what the tournament you just said that was going to happen in February.
Versus
right there, or it's going to be in March at final round. Final round would be like a very interesting thing, but it's going to be. I think that obviously should try to do something in April and in February right there, at least tease something right there, so that we have an idea of something's going to happen right there. Says says the future of the game right there. Let's go. The next topic was it's the future of the game. The future of the game right there will probably still be pretty interesting. I think unless they change other things right there, I think Space Zone or Power Stone could be the most dominant stone right there, depending on the character matchup right there.
What about Soul Stone?
Soul Stone right there depends on like if you like depends on the character usage right there. I think that since Rocket Raccoon is rising right there, and Rocket Raccoon is a very good character, we can see a lot more Rocket Raccoon players. So it's because of that, the amount of like space to be used right there.
I feel like Space and Soul Stones are like the best two in the game right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe Power Stone, but I don't know.
Maybe Power Stone right there. That's because you know you can. It's a safe freaking tool right there. I would say, I think what they actually should do down the line right there, if we actually get more things, to actually change the surge zone right there, so you can't spam it. So that's actually what they probably should do with it to help with the game right there. Because obviously, you know, you freaking like going in right there, blocking the power stone, or you can probably press a button and then press power stone again, you get hit. Freaking, that's like, there's nothing you can do about that right there at all, unless you can like keep away from there. Yeah, I definitely do think that actually what they actually should change about it, where you only can use, instead of like, you have to wait for like about 3 seconds or so to actually use it again. You know, not like, you know, 3 actual seconds right there. So you can't actually, you know, like use it right there and then use it again immediately afterwards right there. So I'd say that's one of the main things we have to probably like do if they change the thing about the surges right there, that's what the one thing they have to change about.
Make the set up like most war.
Oh,
You know.
Increase the startup right there. That actually makes sense too. Increase the startup for Power Stone right there, so you can, since it has some of a fast startup in the game, but something right there, so they can slow it right there, so you can like block it right there a lot easier. So that actually could work too, but I'm also trying to like say like Space Stone right there. People like spam like another thing right there, like Rocket Raccoon's way. So you spam Space Stone to lure you in the trap right there. So that's another thing right there. That actually will help multiple that will actually change multiple Space Stones to make it more balanced right there. So so that you know you can't constantly so they can't freaking put down a trap for them and freaking pull you into the freaking trap right there, and there's nothing you can do about it, or basically. Or basically that right there. Just, I think the other surges actually are fine right now. Like the other surges, the time stone is pretty fine right there. Like the surge for mine right there, obviously still pretty crappy.
It's still pretty bad. The mine surge is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just to actually make it more usable right there, they have to increase the increase the freaking box in the air and like grab a bit, and probably make it so that you gain like at least a bit more meter probably using it right there. Change the scaling so the scaling is not horrible on it. So it says, and then obviously and the soul surge right there is obviously like people don't really use it at all, but less than doing in combos right there. So. Says the other two with that they use in the new show at the end, they don't get punished for it, and obviously they changed freaking the reality stone, so it's not abusable right now. So all those stones are balanced besides the power stone and space stone right there. The both stones right there, I don't think those are balanced right there. It's just, those things probably need to be changed a bit right there, actually, so that they be more balanced right there.
Yeah.
Says, let's say, do you have any other thoughts of the game at all?
Any other thoughts on the future for this game?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. Trying to think. They are going to support the game. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna talk about Street Fighter AE now. We're gonna go to the next topic. What is it? It's basically an updated version of Street Fighter 5, which is basically a game that has new V triggers right there. Basically, all the past DLC characters in the one bundle right there. A lot of new features right there, and a lot of new optimization right there, so the game runs faster and everything like that. And that's like that is right there. Obviously, it has a lot of changes from the vanilla version of the game, which we will go over a bit right here. Which I will also paste it so you can see it too. So give me 1 second. Basically, here are the changes right there. There's general right there. Now we can see frame advantage in training mode. So that means you can actually test out certain setups right there and see if you're plus or not. So you can actually have the ability to know when you actually can press buttons or not, which is actually a very good feature.
It's very nice.
Very nice right there. You can change your fighter ID tag if you want by either using 200,000 5K money or paying $10 right there, which basically the only people that would do that right there would want to actually change the name right there. No one really wants
I know about that.
Yeah. There's a new make called Grandmaster, which if you get 55,000 points, you reach the rank of Grandmaster. And then the overall balancing right there. Increased active frames for regular form from 2 to 3, so you have more of a tech window. Increased combo scaling for V-trigger activations right there, which means that V-trigger activation combos will be getting a nerf, so you don't do as much damage, which is a good thing, because how often V-trigger combats happen. The main revisions for jumping attacks right there, and normal moves that are primarily used for anti-air. So they changed it so that anti-air options right there are a lot better, but against certain jumping, so you can actually anti-air better. And change properties of move that change resistance to characters, which may affect certain combos, which probably means like hitboxes and everything like that. Basically, every single character in this game has a second V trigger now. Most of the things here that I'm going to list right there, basically anything that says it says like a change hitbox or anything, or change hitbox with that, I'm going to skip over because obviously I can't really describe besides that. So we're going to have to do it. So we're going to try to go through as fast as possible here. Ryu will have now his shoulder throw, which has more stun on it, and also another thing, all characters that have throws right there and command guards right there, make it so that you're far away with this to try to get rid of throw loops. So basically, that's another useful change right there. They try to get rid of all throw loops in the game. So that means people that actually get phone right there have a better chance to actually play the game right there instead of freaking trying to do a 50-50 guessing game, which helps this game out a lot.
It does.
Yep. Okay. It says.
Who else?
He has Axe Kick.
Donkey Kick?
Donkey Kick has Donkey Kick right there, which basically causes a wall bounce right there, and he can combo DP from, which is actually pretty good. So he can now he has a better combo option right there if you use meter. He has fireball changes, so now his total fireball for his EX one there has been reduced, and his overhead has reduced damage. Says, let's see, and his V-trigger fireballs have been changed right there, so that all those that have 32 frames throughout the time animation. Level 1, his Hadokens had damage changes there, damage changes, frame damage changes right there, and damage increases right there. He has a bunch of different stuff that changed right there. Ken that's mainly got a bunch of hitbox changes mostly.
He also got a lot of buffs.
Yep, he also got a couple things. He had more frame advantages for certain moves right there. Yeah, his DP like moves right there has more damage on his moves right there. So he got a damage buff right there.
Mm-hmm.
His Tatsu kick right there has more damage on it too. He also has his second V trigger, which is basically his third critical art from Street Fighter 3 right there. In that form, so it allows him to actually get a burst of damage right there.
Mm-hmm.
Chun-Li, obviously, besides her hitbox changes right there, he has more damage right there, depending on what the moves are. More overall damage. And basically, Spinning Vertic has more overall damage. Okay, basically, Kambi has more damage but less stun on her throws right there.
That's good.
He has hitbox changes and various things right there, and he changes to her V skill right there and V reversal right there. Ooh, her V reversal is now negative 4 on block. Damn, that sucks that sucks.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Delta Striker V trigger has a larger V cycles time right there, so it has a better sense to use it. But her gauge distance has been increased for the move that she does. Dash right there has damage buffs across the board with some hitbox changes and some frame rate changes, which is actually pretty good right there. And Bison
pretty good buffs for Bison.
Pretty good buffs for Bison right there. He has better walk speed right there, damage increase right there, but he has damage increase for some moves and damage decrease some moves, and then some frame advantage to some moves and frame disadvantage to some moves.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually so he got buffs and nerfs right there all around right there. Vega looks like has a bunch of different buffs to his moves right there.
Oh, he does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a bunch of things right there. So let's see. His V trigger has less damage on it right there, but it has more more juggle potential right there.
You can like combo after it with a EX Fire Barcelona. So that too.
Which is pretty good right there. That gives him more combo opportunity and allows him to actually get more damage off his V trigger, which is definitely needed. So it's there, and then hitbox changes and everything like that. Dawson got hitbox changes and hitbox changes. His Yoga Burger, which is V trigger, which is his first V trigger, has his damage increased when the initial hit happens to 120, and he gets more EX meter when he does that.
That's good.
Then Zangief has hitbox changes across the board. Crossing Light Punch has increased the damage right there, but induced active frames, and then has more total frames, but doesn't have has less advantage on it. So that means you can't really combo from it. Crossing Light Kick right there you can't special into a cancel move anymore. What's kind of sucks with that, but
it really sucks.
But it makes it so that you can't freaking do that and then do a running bear grab with him, which obviously right there hurts his Oki game a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wait, that's
Knee Hammer increased the landing cover by 3 frames. So I don't know how bad that is right there.
I know.
Okay, and also another thing. All command grab characters, any characters with a command grab, now has, if they whiff a command grab with that, they have 8 more frames of basically of recovery on it. So that means, so basically, if you whiff it right there, your opponent can punish you easier for whipping it.
Yeah. Alex's command grab is 9 frames now. So.
Yep. Ooh, Double Lariat the recovery has been increased by 5 frames. That sucks.
Wow.
A Tundra Storm right there setup increase from trying to decrease from 4 frames from 4 to 2 frames. Increase stun. Command change from Kuroshigo core back. Kuroshigo back into Kuroshigo back with 2 punches. And recovery on whiff is plus 10 now. Like it's 10 frames now. So it cannot be changed it so it cannot be special cancelled from a regular move. Ooh, really? Ooh, that sucks. And Psycho Lariat has increased amount of EX meter gain. So that means his V trigger has more. He can gain more meter from it. So definitely looks like he got more nerfs and buffs right there. Okay, Karen right there has hitbox changes right there. Her standing and medium kick right there has more setup to it, and it has more recovery to it right there, and it's -4 on block now.
Okay, that's good.
But it has decreased the pushback. Oh, frick! Now it has less pushback on block too, so that means you can probably punish it easier. Standing heavy kick has more frames added to it, so it has more startup to it now.
Right.
Okay. Gurren Kender V-Trigger has more gauge consistent on activation, and change the timing gauge consistent on activation right there. So basically, she uses more V gauge now at the one using a V-Trigger. Our Miko right there has more damage off her throw. Dream Driver, I don't know what that move is right there.
I don't know either.
Okay. That bomb increases landing recovery, but okay, that's a nerf right there. Ray Mika can be cancelled into a special move / speed skill. Okay. Has some pressures. Produce amount of V get. Okay, you get more V. Okay, then basically she nothing really changed about the motherfucker there. She just got a couple different, a little bit of nerfs right there. Nothing too bad right there. Basically, Brady got changed right there so that basically his Edith's Killing Head has no full ability now. And then Edith's Killing Head has recovery on whiff by 8 frames, so that means it can do it.
Oh, wow.
Bullhead right there has more damage to it now. With the V-Trigger one is the same too. So basically, he got like some changes that you probably need right there on a couple moves. Nakali.
What does Nakali have?
Okay, it looks like he has the command grab changes right there, but he has more damage now if he lands his command grab now.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good right there. Obviously, and then basically like the hitbox changes and full changes. That's really it. Or dash set this. Okay, looks like he has a small dash change right there, which slightly shortens the distance of the motion at the beginning of the run before he transitions to the full run right there. So I don't know what that really means right there.
I know.
Gliding glider recovery increased by 2 frames, more damage, and more stun on it. Change hitbox. His crossing heavy punch has more setup to it right there, hitbox, and then it has less advantage to it right there. Jumping heavy kick has more active frames to it now. Increased V-Trigger grades right there. Change that weapon but not scale the combo.